Very good afternoon, friends. Today we will discuss about BBA 4th semester HRM. In that, the last module, last concepts, that is fringe benefits and incentives. Okay. So, what is fringe benefits? I already told in the class in the previous modules, but still it was mentioned once again in the last module. Okay, fringe benefits. These are the benefits uh, which are paid or which are given to the employees apart from salary and wages. And other than salary and wages, these are some of the benefits. Okay, what exactly it includes, let us will see one by one. Employees are paid several benefits in addition to wages, salary, allowances and bonus. Okay, so this is not including wages, salary, allowances and bonus, fringe benefits. These benefits and services are called as fringe benefits because these are offered by the employer as a fringe. So these benefits are given by employer itself, and I will tell you in the beginning itself, these fringe benefits is not common in all the types of organizations. So it depends upon the employer how he has given the benefits to the fringe benefits to the employees. Okay, it is not only increases the morale of the employees, but also it will motivate them, these fringe benefits. Okay, I'll give one small example. If a individual X is taking a salary of 30,000 and he is not getting anything from the organization or from the employer, this is not called as a fringe benefits. Apart from taking 30,000 rupees salary, if he has given, if he has taken the benefit of quarters or a flat facility from the company, then this comes under fringe benefits. I hope that now you are getting. Apart from the salary, he is taking the benefit of the company's house for staying facility. That comes under fringe benefits. Okay, let us see. We'll see one by one what are the fringe benefits. Fringe benefits help us to maintain positive attitude towards work and working environment. Okay, go for the next slide. Types of fringe benefits. Let us see one by one what are those types of fringe benefits. First one, old age and retirement benefits. What are those old age and retirement benefits? Provident fund. Once the employee is retired from his service, he needs to be getting provident fund. And gratuity. Gratuity is also, there is a difference between provident fund and gratuity, and I told in the class. Retirement benefits includes this provident fund and gratuity only. Insurance also, insurance will also comes under this. Okay, so now the compulsorily all the organizations should give these benefits, that is old age and retirement benefits. All the employees are eligible to get these benefits. Next, second one is workmen's compensation. Okay, so if any employee is met with an accident while he is in work, he may be get depressed while he is working with the machines, and he met with an accident. At that time, you need to be compensate for that workman. That means all the medical facilities, all the medical expenses should be bared by the company. That is called as workman's compensation. That means you are paying salary, that is different, but apart from that, you have to give the medical expenses if he has met with an accident. Next, employee security. Once again, this employee security means job security. This is a benefit, job security. Most of the employees, they are working for so many years continuously on a probationary basis or temporary basis. That should not be. You should be give the facility of that employees become permanent. Okay. Employee security includes this provident fund as well as gratuity also. That means once he has got retired, at the end you need to pay this provident fund and gratuity. So because this is the only one source that an employee can lead his life after his retirement. Okay, so that also comes under security. So every organizations, every institutions now first they have to be give the provident fund facility, because that is the only one source to lead the life after the time. Next, fourth one is payment for time not worked. That means during the holidays you have to be give the payment for time not worked. Okay, because at that time you cannot cut the salary, you cannot cut down the salary. You need to be, because he is a permanent employee for your organization, so you have to be pay the money, or you have to pay the salary when he is not worked. Okay, that is all. They are all comes under fringe benefits. This is one of the benefits, because if you are not pay the salary during that time, then he will lose his interest, okay, to do the work. So that's why you have to be pay the benefits. Next, safety and health, very important, because most of the manufacturing industries they have to be follow this safety and health. You need to be give the safety measurements like gloves, caps, jackets, goggles, okay, and then gum shoes. All you have to be given, because they are working with the machines. Most of the machines, they are very electric shock oriented, so you have to be very important. These are all benefits, because they can't purchase this from outside, because once again they have to pay the money. All this safety, and because so it is health oriented measurements. Next, health benefits. I already told health benefit. If any employee is met with an illness or sick, then you have to be give that medical expenses. One is admitted in the hospital because he is an employee, permanent employee of your organization. Okay, these are all comes under fringe benefits. Next, welfare facilities. Right. See, all the employees, they are expecting in the organization drinking water facility, canteen facility, restrooms. They cannot go outside for all these benefits, for all these facilities. So you have to give the welfare facilities. Next, let us will go for the next concept, incentives. What are these incentives? This is also one form of payment of extra amount to the employees. Okay, incentives is a lump sum amount given to the employees. So let us see. The incentives are monetary benefits paid to workmen for their outstanding performance. Keep in your mind, because all the employees are not same in the organization. Some of the employees are very slow, some of the employees are very fast in their work. So those who are very fast, you have to be identify them, and you have to give the incentives, extra incentives. That is in the form of bonus. I can say that is in the form of bonus or in the form of cash. Okay, incentives vary from individual to individual. All of you keep in your mind, individual to individual, because all the employees are not same, and from period to period for the same individual. Okay, they are universal. Incentives are universal and are paid in every sector. If the incentives are not there in the organization, then definitely they will not get motivate themselves. Employees simply they will come and they will finish off their assigning tasks and they will go out. Okay. So incentives are very helpful to increase the standard of living of the workers. Of course, same, it is just like a fringe benefits only. Incentives are also very helpful for increasing the standard of living of the workers. Next, types of incentives. There are three types of incentives: individual and organizational incentives. I will tell you very clearly what is individual incentives and organizational incentives. Individual incentives is an incentive which is provided to particular individual. See, identifying extra, I already told, extraordinary performance. See, for example, Mr. X his performance is outstanding. Now immediately you just identify him and you have to give the incentive, that is in the form of cash, in the form of medals, in the form of certificates, in the form of giving the shields or cups, and announce that he is the employee of the year, give the award. See, this is the organizational incentive. This is the individual incentives. You are identifying individually and you are giving the incentive. Organizational incentives means it is different. Okay, say for example, you are this time you have announced that for all the employees, because profit came doubled. Now this time profit is doubled or tripled. Now you have announced for all the employees are eligible to get an extra bonus. This is Now here there is no question of extraordinary performance. Here it is common that incentive is given to all the employees, not for only Mr. X. This is organization incentives. Individual incentives are also there and organization incentives. Before the second one, financial and non-financial incentives. Financial incentives are those which are purely in the form of money or cash. It is incentives. And non-financial incentives are, they are not possible to clearly identify in the form of cash, but it is in the form of non-financial incentives. Say for example, you are giving if any person is going on behalf of the organization to some other place, you need to pay traveling expenses. It is non-financial incentives. That bill will be bared by the this one organization itself. And it is not only traveling expenses, other expenses like staying facility in other places, because he is working on behalf of your organization in that place. So staying facility, accommodation facility, and what are all those food expenses, all those are will be bared by you only. That is non-financial incentives. Okay, you are not giving that cash to in his hand. That bill will be submitted by him, and payment will be given by you. That is non-financial incentives. Okay. Financial and non-financial. Next, positive and negative incentives. Positive incentives are always motivating the employees. Positive incentives, I'll tell you, giving an increment, giving an promotion, okay, and then giving an award. All these are positive incentives. Negative incentives, cut down the salary, okay, because some mistakes has been made by that employee. You are going for punishment, that is cut down the salary. Dismissal of the employee, that is negative incentives. Or transferring from one branch to another branch, okay. So you are showing your punishment in this ways. They are called as negative incentive. Negatively they are got disturbed. Positive incentives will always motivate the employees. Negative incentives will also always punish the employees. You cannot throw out, but you are going to be teach a lesson to the employees. Thank you. Okay.